Whenever you use an API, you are not just sending request randomly. You need to tell the server what action you want to perform, right? Do you want to get the data, create the data, update data, or delete the data? So that's where HTTP methods come in. So hello friends, welcome to our channel DevSmash. So in this video, you will learn the most important HTTP methods. So every developer must know these methods. Okay. So the first question is, what is HTTP? What's the full form of HTTP? So HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay, that's the full form of HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. What actually it does? Okay, so this is a communication system. Say communication system between client and server. Okay, so HTTP is a communication system by which clients and servers talks. Okay, for example, when you open a website, okay, whenever you open a website, so that a website is open in your browser, right? Like Chrome or Firefox, any browser. So you can consider that as a client. Your web page you can consider as a client, or you can open the web page in the mobile as well. So mobile or your system is a client. You send a request. Say you want to get the data for all the users. Okay, you send that request to server, and server responds with the response. But your request needs some instructions, right? Your request needs some instructions, and those instructions are the HTTP methods. Okay, so in the video we will see what all HTTP methods are. Like, so I will write it here, like get, post, okay, put, patch, and delete. So these are the five HTTP methods, very important methods actually. So let's understand each methods one by one. Okay. So first we will start with get method. Okay. So first method is get method. So why do we use get method? So we use get method to retrieve the data, retrieve the data from the server. Okay. We use get method for retrieving the data from server. Uh, for data, you can take example of like getting users, getting products, getting a post, right? Blog post. Okay. So like you can say like get slash users. Okay. So for getting the users. Okay. And in the response, you can have like this uh, a list of users, an array of users. Okay, like this. So here you tell write ID, say one. Okay, say name equal to smash. So okay, so this is a JSON response. So you will always receive a JSON response from the server. Okay. So in the last video we saw how the fetch APIs work, right? So I will show you example for fetch, and then you can say your URL or whatever. So I'm just typing the endpoint. So fetch user. So this is a get request. Okay, this is a get request. This is how a get request will bring the data. Okay, so and one more thing, it is not supposed to modify anything. Okay, so this is the main thing. This is not supposed to modify anything on the server, anything on the data. Like, so if we talk about some real life examples, like you see Instagram feeds, okay, loading products on Amazon, loading products on Amazon. So these are some example of getting data, okay. So and our second method is post, okay. Second method is post. Why we use it? We use this to, you can say, create new data or send data to server, okay. Whenever you want to create new data or you want to send some data to server, you will use the post method, okay. Simplest syntax, you can say, like post slash users, okay. This will, and post slash user, and you have to pass the data, like there is a body param where you pass the data. You passed like, uh, you pass the user simply, like name, user 2, okay. So in the post method, you simply pass the body, and that will create a new user in the database. So this is how we send data in the post method, okay. So we are not concentrating on the syntax or anything here. We are just here to know what all HTTP methods are there, okay. It's not like we are going to run any code or anything. This is completely a learning video for what all HTTP methods are there, okay. So I have a example of fetch here as well, like this, okay. Using fetch, you can simply send method post body json.stringify and pass the user, okay. For fetch, what is fetch and what's the syntax of fetch API, you can simply check my previous video. I have I have created the all information how fetch work and how what's the syntax for that. Okay. So what's the use cases of post? Like, you can say sign up forms. You have some sign up form. Uh, want to create a post. Want to upload some data. Okay. So in all these cases, we can use the post method. Okay. And the third method come is put method, okay. So there are two methods, put and post. We will see one by one what's the different. Put and patch, not post, put and patch. So we will see what's the different between these two methods, okay. So put is used to replace entire resource, okay, used to replace entire resource or to update some records, okay. If you want to replace entire resource or you want to update some records, in that case you will use the put, okay. Simplest syntax is like put, and you say user slash, you give a id, okay. It's a id of 2. For this user, for id of 2, you want to update the name, okay. You want to update the name, say from dev smash to uh, dev smash 1, okay. You want to update the name from dev smash to dev smash 1. So in that case, you will use the put method, okay. And so it will replace the old data. It will simply replace the old data, and it will completely replace the old data. So you can think of put as a full update, okay. You can think of put equal to full update. So we have a other method as well that will do the partial update. We will see that in some time, okay. And the next methods, so after put you can go for patch. If you want to do some patchwork you can understand like you want to update some specific fields, okay, like I am writing like patchworks, or to update few or specific fields, okay. If you want to update some few fields, or do you want to do some patchworks on your data, you will use the patch instead of put we generally use for the full update, okay. What's the syntax for it? Basic, the simplest thing is like patch. You will say it will look like similar to the post, but they both are used in different scenarios. Okay, I have already told put we use for replacing entire source, or patch we will use for some patchwork, or when you want to update some specific fields. Okay, let's say uh, you say like we want to update age of the user to 5 or 4. No, let me take it 45. Okay, so this, if we use the patch method, this will simply update the age field only. Okay, only age field, and the other fields will remain same. So patch you can consider as partial update. Okay, patch means partial update. If you want to see the fetch API syntax for this, you can simply use like that. Okay, method patch, and you can uh, pass the data in the body. Okay, in the body you can pass data for like this. Okay, so this will use the JSON dot stringify as well, but for now I am just writing it. You can consider the uh, fetch API video to learn how fetch works and what's the syntax for that. Okay, so I hope you understand the difference between put and patch. Okay, so put replace all, patch do some patchwork, update some fields. Okay, this might be confusing in the beginning, but when you start using these methods you will get to know and will be habitual how, like where and why to use put and patch. Okay, so our fifth method is delete. As the name itself is pretty much defining itself, like delete some resource, delete slash remove some resource or record. If you want to remove any resources or any record, you can simply use the delete http method. Okay, what's the syntax for this? Usually it's like delete, this is the method name, or you will do like user slash one. Okay, so this will delete the user with the id 1. This is the common syntax, means we everyone use. It might be different, but this is the best way to define a delete, like the endpoint or the schema name or and the id. So it will simply pick user one and remove it from the database. Okay, and if you want to see the fetch syntax, I have copied it. Okay, user one, simple method delete, it will delete the uh, user one with id one. What's the use cases for this? Like you want to delete some account. Okay, you want to delete some account, and other use cases like if you have suppose if you have a blog post portal or website, then user will be commenting on that and they want someone want to delete a comment. Okay, in that case like deleting comment. Okay, these are some of the use cases of the delete. Okay, so if you next thing we can discuss is like where exactly in our workflow we use. So if you heard of CRUD, okay, it means create, read, update, delete. Okay. So in the CRUD operations or in the CRUD mapping, we will see where exactly the our HTTP methods exist. Okay. Like if we have create, then post. Okay. If we want to say read, get, update, you will use what we will use put and patch. Okay. And the last and the final one, delete, you will use delete method. Okay, this is where these all the methods are mapped to our CRUD phenomena actually. Okay, and even this is very important topic in perspective of interview as well. Okay, like interviewer some many time ask कि for CRUD which for all the CRUD mappings which method will you use, which HTTP method will you use. Okay, uh, apart from that, yeah, we can see some common mistakes as I always told in my in my videos. Okay, common mistakes, what are the common mistakes usually developers do when they use the HTTP methods. Okay, so first and very common mistake is sometimes people use post, using post instead of put. So for a patch, for updating the records as well, sometimes developers use post. That's a very big mistake actually. This should not. I mean, the things will work, but this is not suggested. Okay. And the second mistake is like uh, developer initially means the beginners mainly always have a confusion between put and patch. Usually the freshers always have this thing, right? They also always have a confusion between put and patch. Okay. And the third mistake is sometimes people send body in the get request, sending get request with body. Okay, it will ignore it, but this doesn't look good from a you can say a development flow. Okay. Okay, so this video is so we have covered all the topics in the video. So what all we covered, we can simply check. Okay, as we so what are the hypertext transfer protocol? What's okay, how it works, how we define these are used for communication system between client and server. What are all HTTP methods like get, post, put, patch, delete, where we use them, these methods. Okay, and what are the common mistakes usually as junior developer do while using these methods. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you like it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day.